Hello, today we are going to talk about at home and abroad. What's wrong from our book Lift Off?
The present perfect. We make the present perfect with has and have plus the past participle. So this is how we form the present perfect. We used ed for the past participles of regular verbs. For example, has stopped. So we just add ed. We don't use ed for the past participles of irregular verbs. For example, he has hurt himself. Hurt here, we didn't use the ed because it's a regular verb. So how we form it? The sentence, we start with subject, then has and have, then the verb three or the past participle of the verb, then the object. So we have she or he or it, then singular or any singular, like for example, Ali, Ahmed, Noura, it's a name. Then we have has. They, we, you, I, or plural, then we use have. Okay, so this is how we form the present perfect in a sentence. Now I want you to complete the sentences. For example, singular, I have broken my arm. The short form, we shorted the have, it's going to say, I have hurt myself. The question, have you cut yourself? So in the question, we start with have or has according to the subject. He has bruised himself. So the verb here is bruise. It's going to be bruised with ed. Has he has, sorry, if it is into the shortened form, it's going to be he has hurt his arm. The hurt here is irregular. Has he cut his leg? Again, cut here is irregular, and we started with has because we have here he. The negative singular, I have not finished. School has not finished. See, finish here, it's going to be finished. And we just add not to the has or have. The short form, I haven't closed the door. The school has not closed. The question, has the match started? Has school started? So this is how we form it in singular or plural or short form and questions. The past participle of the verbs, for example, leave is left, it's irregular, show, shown, tell, told, do, done, make, made, spend, spent, win, won, read, read, and write, written. So these are some examples of the irregular verbs of the past participle ones. Now I want you to practice the phone conversation using present perfect. So let's listen, then practice them.
Mum, I'm very sorry.
What are you talking about, Tala? What's wrong?
I've fallen over and I've made myself and my clothes very dirty.
How? What happened? What were you doing?
I was running in the park and the grass was wet. I fell over.
2.
Mum, I'm afraid I have some bad news. Bad news? Yes, I've had an accident on my bike. Oh, what happened? I was riding along the road. There was a big hole and I rode into it. Are you sure you are okay? Yes, thanks, Mum. I haven't cut myself, but I need a new bike.
3.
Dad, I've hurt myself. I've cut my finger.
Oh, how did it happen?
I was cutting some pizza for my friends. I wasn't watching the knife and I cut my hand.
Do you need a doctor?
No, I'm okay, thanks. My friends helped me. Don't worry, I'm okay.
4.
Hi, Dad. It's Hassan here.
Hi, Hassan. How are you?
I'm okay, thanks. But I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Some bad news? What's wrong? Have you hurt yourself?
No, Dad. But I've broken a window in the house. I'm sorry. I was playing football in the garden and I kicked the ball in the wrong direction.
So here we have the four pictures and all the girls and the boys here, we're talking to their parents and tell them what they have, what problems do they have. So I'm sorry, I have some bad news. What's wrong? I have cut my hand, broken a window, and etc. How did the accident happen? I was cutting a pizza for my friends or playing football and so on. So this is how to tell someone if you have a problem, and the other person, how can he find a solution for you, and you can explaining how this things happen. Okay. So for today, we learned about present perfect, the forming questions, shortened verbs, negative sentences, and the past participle for regular and irregular. Also, we have practiced the phone conversation between the boys and girls and their parents. Thank you for listening.